Hello, Ricky video. Today we're going to take a look at the Ultra League Premier Cup. And this time around, no Premier Classic anymore. This is the last season where we have some cups without any XL. This is not one of them. Next season there will not be a single cup where you cannot use XL Pokemon, so it's safe to power up your XL Pokemon. You don't need any no XL Pokemon anymore, which has its both good and bad things. But for those people who are not really grinders and who are rather, I don't know, playing with Pokemon that are not XL, we're going to have a team here that doesn't require any XL Pokemon, which is amazing, I think, and this team worked out really well. I went 7-3, only had 2 sets left because the other 3 sets went to the Grumpig video that I saw earlier today already. But this team was really amazing, felt really nice. It's a little bit tricky sometimes against certain fairy types, so we're going to see that anyway. Every game that I played is of course in here as well, because I only have 2 sets. And we're going to have here the Shadow Gyarados, where you can also definitely use the normal Gyarados. Both have their benefits. Normal Gyarados is way better in my opinion against Charizard, which might be an interesting one. Because against Charizard, they're still going to hurt you a lot with the fast move of a Wing Attack, plus also the Dragon Claw. Also, Blastman would do more damage, but usually people just go for Dragon Claw because it's safer and you just can outspam them anyway. So it's not really the best one there, so I feel like normal might be even a little bit better, but both of them are fine, like both of them totally fine. Here my opponent just decides to forfeit immediately after seeing my Gyarados there. As we see here, the next opponent is going to be actually the first spell that I played, so like I didn't know what I was doing there. Also, I was super confused because I have the setup a little bit wrong. Usually, always on the right side, the lower Pokemon is my Sasop. In this case, it's the upper Pokemon for whatever reason. It was a little bit weird to play with that, but sure, changed it, but it's all fine. We will be able to nearly knock out the opponent here. I shielded once because Politoad can have Blizzard, and if they run Blizzard against you here, Blizzard would just one-shot you straight away. Like, your Shadow, the opponent's Shadow, there's no way you would be able to survive a Blizzard from that range already. So we're going to be able to at least get our shield back here, I think, against the opponent's Berserker. I think they kind of want to preserve it, as we will be able to go ahead and go for another awkward hill nearly, but they want to throw before. They have no 2 moves stored, they had 100 energy. They can go for the close combat, I allow that. I will be able to take this move pretty easily, and we see the Swampert coming in. Having to take a drill run here. Do they want to take the drill run? Do they want to? They don't want to, but they're going to face my Dragonite now. And they can say good night there, because there are a lot of Swamperts in this league, and a lot of Swamperts is very good for this team. Charizard here coming in. We can see at this matchup at least how this is going to work. Might be a little bit tricky to realign the Pokemon there, because yes, we are a water Pokemon, but at the end of the day, it literally doesn't matter if you go into 2 shields. The opponent doesn't throw any move that is fire typing and would be resisted. I throw a water type move, but the water type move gets always shielded. So it only really depends now on the fast move damage, and Dragon Breath does more damage, of course, than Ring Attack, but of course Ring Attack is also now buffed and Stab, so it's going to be a tough one. They're going to swap out for me, which is nice. I will be able to go ahead and go for 1 Mega one here. This S-Cavalier will be able to knock them out, hopefully. But actually it doesn't do enough. We're still going to be able to survive 1 Earthquake here from the opponent, and we will be able to knock them all the way down. Very good for us. We see the Charizard coming back in, and actually S-Cavalier does some nice damage with Drill Run against Charizard as well. Charizard is pretty squishy, so this still hurts. We see the Swampert coming in, and you know already, we have 2 good ends in the back there, and Swampert will not stay in for too long here, I bet. Actually, they throw the move, which is funny. It doesn't really help them. So we will see here that we will be just, yeah, they're going to just forfeit anyway. There's nothing that they can do. Next opponent, S-Cavalier against Squirtle. I think I'll play this a little bit awkward and not correct. They're going to actually be able to catch the move here perfectly on their Charizard. Very nice play by the opponent. Going to allow them to have a ton of energy on their Scrafty, and I should have swapped out in general just on their charge move into my Gyarados, because it would have been safer. We have an ABB line there. If you don't know what an ABB line is, if you have a neutral lead like the Scrafty against the S-Cavalier actually, because Scrafty has the XL bonus, you kind of want to swap out. Here we're actually going to be able to realign our Pokemon while still maintaining Switch, but I misplayed this a little bit also because I was in a call with a friend, but yeah, that's kind of always distracting sometimes. They actually get the debuff, which is nice, but we can just go ahead and go for the Dragonite here. But I think I misplayed that here. Actually, I thought they would run Acid Spray and Scald, so they went actually for the Sludge Wave. And here it's kind of an awkward scenario. Here I'm kind of misplay. I go for the shield immediately, which is something I didn't have to do there. Kind of necessary, not gonna lie. No shielding here is fine, but here I I should have won CMP though. I think that was just lag. I actually don't think that was on my part. Yeah, it was not on my part. That was just lag then. Okay, I actually didn't misplay that. I guess the game just didn't want to work there. I tried to throw my move on the move that my opponent went for their charge move, but I guess I lagged for one turn. I couldn't go for the charge move in time. That's the game we play. We also play against an Auroras here, which is kind of cool to get that out of here as well. This is also how the team works pretty well. You don't want to have any Auroras or Warrine against your Dragonite in the back, and you're actually going to be able to basically always bait them out with your Gyarados, as your Gyarados is pretty neutral or like bad against it, while your lead with the Escavalier going to be good against all those ice types, allowing you to farm them all the way down. Here it's a guessing game. Do they go for medium beam immediately? And they do. They only get to one move anyway. So I'm going to let this next move go through. It's going to be the weather ball there, and we can farm them all the way down. And here we're going to go for one trick. We're going to go for one fast move there, even though they have like the Talonflame in there, because the damage only applies on basically the turn length, -1 if you didn't know that. So for counter, basically on turn, like after one turn, for a 3-turn move like Bullet Seed after 2 turns, or for a 4-turn move like a Volt Switch after 3 turns, and after 4 turns basically for a 5-turn move like the Incinerate there, the damage applies onto your health there. This allows you, for example, to go for a 2-turn move and then swap out and transfer the damage over to a different Pokemon, allowing me here to gain enough energy to get to another charge move, which at the end of the day didn't matter at all because my Dragonite's sweeping anyway, but it's a cool technique to maybe like here get an advantage by keeping one charge move still bunked in your Pokemon for a later situation where you might need it more. Something that I might need here as well is a better answer for Gliscor. Like, it's actually a decent matchup for me here, but it's similar to the matchup against the Charizard. I was late there by going for the throw there. Like, I didn't throw my charge move in time, but it doesn't really matter at the end game anyway. But again here, same. I have a water type against the ground type, but I don't do water type damage with my fast move. Means if they shield, I don't have really a scenario here where my matchup is better. Why did I let this move go through? They would have outsped me to the next one if I shielded, so it doesn't matter. That was my only my only chance of winning this game, or like trying to play this game. I don't know if I win this game. Actually, I have no idea. Even though I just played it, I didn't really pay attention. We will be able to at least take this Night Slash here. They actually got the boost there. How could they? Definitely mattered a lot. I actually think I lose this. I don't know. I actually tried to catch the move here, expecting them to have a fire type in the back. Which going to be correct. It was the Charizard. That was the only reason for them to go into the Swampert there against our Dragonite. Like, this is something how you can read the opponent's teams as well. If you see them doing some real players, most likely a reason for it, and here it was just that they had a better answer there. If this Dragon Claw knocks them out, I win this game. Of course, they survive with exactly 1 HP, and I'm going to lose this game. Isn't this amazing? This is Go Battle League for you. So even though we went 7-3, this game was literally coming down to the wire. If I had one more turn here in there, I would have been able to knock them out as well. Didn't have the turn in, not going to be able to knock them out. So basically, yeah, 1 HP and one time missing one fast move, losing me this match there, which I could have won, I guess. But yeah, good game there. Next opponent, Warray Need, very good for us. We will be able to go ahead and stay in there. We see the Drapion coming in, XL Drapion, Shadow Drapion as well. Going to do a lot of damage in this meta in general. Very good Pokemon. But we will be able to go ahead and go for some Drill Runs. Drill Run will be super effective, and we will be able to take one move there and swap out into our Dragonite. Why did I take one move first? Because, of course, Crunch has the option to debuff, as you're going to be able to not see here. Maybe I think for this one debuffs. Pretty sure this one debuffs. And it did. And yeah, this basically, I didn't really want to have the debuff immediately onto my Dragonite. That's why I didn't swap out immediately afterwards. Now I am going to be able to go for one superpower. That's why I went to my Dragonite as well, as I will be able to hit them for very hard damage there, very good damage. I will be able to go back into my Escavalier after waiting out the switch clock, and we see the Charizard coming in. We see all the Charizards, but this matchup is only bad in the 2-shield scenario. In the 1-shield scenario, this is a pretty decent matchup, I think. I will be able to shield one more time, but I actually can let this move go through here as well. And I misplay this game, because I should have shielded this, and I didn't do that. And this was kind of stupid, because now I'm forced to throw immediately here. I would have been able to go for the Aqua Tear in time, and I have to outspeed the opponent, because I think I'm in range for one Icicle Spear. For whatever reason, they just decided I'm not going to throw today. They had a lot of energy stored from the matchup before. Don't know what my opponent tried to do there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they had already like more than 2 moves there. don't know what they try to do. Horrible lead for us, Toxicroak, we swap out into our Gyarados, we see a Lapras. Looks like a bad Pokemon to come into us, but it's actually pretty fine. We will be able to go ahead and go for one crunch here. If we get the debuff, this would be amazing. Do we get the debuff? Of course we are not getting the debuff. But we will be able to reach a second one, and this is the most important thing here, as this will be able to put them very low. Now we get the debuff, which literally didn't matter because it was already in range for one counter, but thanks game, we will be able to farm them all the way down, and we're gonna get some nice energy here. Going to be able to go ahead and go into our Dragonite, and at this point of time, there's one play I can do, and this is the play I'm going to do. I'm gonna go straight for the superpower. I thought this would knock them out. I was wrong, and this is going to go down now, because I'm kinda did a bad play with that now, because I either could have also just like tried to farm down with my Escavalier, go for 2 drill runs, win this game like that. Here the opponent going to bait me. I think it was an obvious one, but I kind of had to shield. Kind of stupid by me. I can go for one charge move here, going to be the Dragon Claw. They're going to shield this move up, which is nice, and I can swap out. I'm pretty sure I won CMP, so at this point of time I should be fine. But actually, Escavalier kind of wants to get a kill here as well, so we will be able to go for one drill run still in time, surviving the Mud Bomb there, which is just a neutral hit, and knocking out the opponent. Very good game. This might be the final game here. Oh, this is, I think, the final game. At least it's the final one that I played today. Again, 7-3, very, very cool so far. We will see the opponent here with one Slurpuff. This is the Pokemon that completely beats the entire team. Of course, I face a Slurpuff. I have literally zero idea when the last time, I think I actually never faced an XL Slurpuff ever before in the Ultra League. But it's a good Pokemon, because this Pokemon has access to a lot of cool coverage moves, like Energy Ball, like the, I think, Dazzling Gleam, but the main thing here is it has Flamethrower, which of course is definitely devastating for my lead here, but at least I can catch my Gyarados. They're going to swap into their XL Greedent. Not way better for me. Like, they are going all out for the full XL Pokemon. You need like 296 for all of them. Let's see what they have in the back. Do they go for the full XL team here? It's basically full XL against a full non-XL here with a horrible matchup in the lead, which is wild. I will be able to at least get a ton of energy here. Hopefully they don't debuff me with a crunch that I can survive to. Like, what am I even saying here? This would have been very nice if I didn't get the debuff here, because I think I would have been able to win this game way easier then. But we see now the Jellicent, and they were able to get to another charge move because of that, and I am kinda here in a pretty tough situation. I can go for one Dragon Claw. This will not knock them out. It will not even get them close. I will be able to take the Shadow Ball, but I can go for the draw run here, and this hopefully going to knock them out. It does not even come close to it. I can go for another draw run, but sadly I'm going to miss out by a one fast move basically again for my final move here to win the game. So that's going to be it for the video. This is a very cool non-XL team. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and also if you play this cup as well or any Ultra League cup, please send me your gameplay, link in the description, and I see you in the next video. Bye.